Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, I want to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shotonvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. What's the word? Let people know we got on 16 Shot on Visuals.
You got your girl PB Nonchalant on here.
For sure, for sure. First thing I want to ask you is about your name and shit. You could let us know where you got your name from?
Like it came from me developing myself. I used to go by piggy banks, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like as I got older, I'm not no fucking animal. You know, the bullshit for the pigeons. So yeah, I started like developing myself and figuring out who I was, and I realized like, oh, I liked it, the PB, you know what I'm saying? It's still like, it's me, the old me at least, and then the nonchalant. Like that's what it became. And then it's nonchalant with an S, the dollar sign, because I'm always about my business and my bread. So yeah.
For sure. So where did the actual name Piggy Bank come from? Was it like on some money shit?
Yup, my nickname was Piggy since I was a baby. And then like the streets gave me the banks. Like I ain't trying to say it like that, but you know, as you get your own name from your friends and like your environment and stuff like that, they gave me the banks because I always been about the bread for real, like facts.
Okay. So like where you came up at in the city?
Cabrini Greens, the north side. The whites to be exact. 1230 North Pearland. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the people that's not familiar like with the different parts of Cabrini Greens and shit, can you break down like the different areas that's known?
Yeah, for sure. So you got the whites, the reds, and then said was known as like 1300 now. So I was born in the white. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm universal. I grew up in all the parts, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I spent some time on 1300, but that was like so long ago. But like the part that really raised me and made me who I am, it was the whites. But I went to school on Jenner, which is in the reds, where like SG and all them from and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm from the whites though, for sure. Like it's the whites, the reds, and then Marshall Field Gardens, which is known as SAID or 1300 or whatever they want to call it, or whatever the case may be.
Dang, so said that's actually part of Cabrini Greens, or was once part?
I mean, to me it is shit, cause it was all walking distance. Shit, it took nothing to get to, you know what I'm saying, to get over there, to get from the whites to the SAID, to get from SAID to the reds. Like the shit literally was like a map, like it was like seconds away. And then you got the water towers right behind us, right behind all of that and shit like that.
So you know when back when everything was still up, was there always tension between like the 1300 and then what would be like the red buildings and shit like that?
Always, and the whites, like, cause the whites was a part of that too. Like, it was like you had to pick a side and stay on that side. But see, I was universal. Like I grew up in all of it, but like it was really some people that had to stay in the reds, and it was really some people that had to stay on set. You know, you got motherfuckers that's gonna take them risks and take them chances and do what they gotta do to prove their points or whatever, get their stripes, however it may be. But hell yeah, that shit always been oppositions or like rivals or however you want to put it.
So how was that for you coming up? You know, you say you kind of been in every part, shit like that. How was that with you going from here to there to there, knowing what's going on?
Anybody that they know Piggy, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers know Piggy. I was the youngest out of all my mama kids, so it was decent for me, but yeah, I ain't had no worries. Like, seriously, like I had my little fights and shit, but that was within. That was with the people from the whites. That wasn't no said and all that shit. Like, I don't know if it was because I was a female or what, but yeah, I was good. Seriously, like I can't speak. I was scared or I had no worries. No, everybody knew who my mama was and know who I was, so I was good. Seriously. And then I told you I went to school. Like my little sister went to Ferguson or whatever. Like my brother went to Manera, whatever it's called. I went to Jenna. I went to Schiller. I went to Truth. Like I went to all them schools. Literally, like didn't have not a problem. We was bad as hell though. We used to fight and shit, but that's just how it was though.
For sure. So you know, how was things like before the buildings got tore down versus now? Like, what's some major differences you see?
It was busting. Now it's like I say, you know, it's not a hood no more. It's more for the white people. Like, you know, you still got SAID, you still got people that be over there, and then you still got the reds, but the whites is completely gone. Like they took us out. Like all them buildings gone. But back then it was busting. We had all the corner stores, all the food. Everybody used to come together for block parties and shit. We used to represent the building days and shit like that. But nah, I don't even go that way no more. Seriously though, for real, for real.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Actually, like, do you still be out that way?
I sure
Cause
no.
Yeah, cause I be seeing like they still be having like events and shit on like Cambridge and Locust, shit like that. I think that's the street. Yeah.
Yeah, they call it the end. The Reds, they call it they be having the end bussing. The end definitely still be bussing. But you know, like I said, I was really from the whites, so it was like, be over there or just, you know, grow from it. So I moved around. But it's still all love though, for sure.
Yeah. So like with them knocking down the whites, but keeping like certain parts, did they like force people to basically like kick it in areas that they really wouldn't kick it in normally or wasn't from?
Yep, because they made a lot of people go west and south and shit like that. It's some people that stayed in the Reds, but it ain't too many. A lot of people like got up out of there and forced a lot of people in. A lot of people went to the burbs. It made people just move around because shit, they took the whole hood, literally, like, for real.
You remember like what age you moved there?
Like a baby. I was like literally born there. Like I remember when they took the buildings. For real, I was like 12 when they took and our building was the last building standing. 1230 North Berlin was the last white building that was standing. For real, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. But I was always born in the projects. Like I remember it since my memories start. Like that's why I remember living there.
So like, what was your experience like? You know, a lot of people got a lot of different stories about like how was it for you coming up as a kid?
It was treacherous. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember being kids running because we used to hear gunshots all the time. I remember certain buildings we wasn't allowed to go in because it was the Raper Man building. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, that shit was bad. Like it hurt that it's gone, but it's kind of good because it was like it was real treacherous. It was bad for real. Like. It was crazy.
So, you know, with you being young, was you aware of like the dangers that was around or how bad things were?
Hell no, I'm still trying to be outside. I still want to go to the parties. I still want to be on the ramp. I still want to be on the blacktop. I just tried to kick it. I still wanted to fight with my friends, all type of shit. You know, you don't understand these things until you get older and you actually start facing those realities and actually start losing friends and going to jail and shit like that. Like, you don't really understand what they trying to prevent you until you actually touch it, and then you see like, oh shit, this what they was trying to, oh, this what they want me to see. Oh, okay, that's why I shouldn't have been, okay, shit like that.
What was like, you would say like a moment that kind of woke you up, like, damn, this shit real, or something that you went through that kind of showed you?
It wouldn't have been in the Greens. It was definitely in Iraq though. When I was living over east, the first thing that happened, but I didn't want to see it as a sign and a symbol. I got robbed, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of fucked me up in the head because it was 4 guys and just little old me, and they really did that though. And then like, I want to say like 6 months later, my first love, my boyfriend got murdered on that same block. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit fucked my head up because it ain't like it wasn't like no regular murder. I'm talking about it was a lot of people outside. Like it was so bold, you know what I'm saying? So it just, yeah, you feel me? It was a real life hit, and to see that motherfuckers really ain't saying shit, don't know shit, hey, and you know, like that shit woke me up. Like it's a dirty, dirty world where we come from. Like these streets, it's the devil's game. It's the devil's park for sure, for real. Like, seriously.
You know, you have mentioned there was a lot of people out there, and people really saying they ain't see shit, don't know shit. Like, did that make you feel like it was like some backdoor type shit?
Backdoor set up, like world was against me and him. Didn't want to trust nobody. Shit. Motherfuckers thought I did it, you know what I'm saying? I got blamed. I got implicated, like the shit wasn't right behind me, like I didn't turn around and see the fucking fire. Like my mama couldn't lost her daughter, you know what I'm saying? Imagine, this guy's older than me, so it's like, you know how I be, motherfuckers be older than you, they advance, they into shit, and then I'm a woman, and he was my man, so it's gonna be shit he gonna do that he not gonna tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy, like, hell yeah, though. Like, I definitely thought that's definitely a hit. That was definitely back, though. That shit was fraud. Like, seriously. May his soul rest, though, for real.
Well, you said that it had happened in front of you or by you.
Like, yeah, I was right there. Like, well,
Oh
I was
damn.
right by his side moments before this shit happened. Like, literally, like I turned around and shot. It was 3 shots fired. I turned around on the first one, like so astounded, like couldn't believe this shit happened, and I ain't run to like the second one, like that close, like I was there, that type of shit, like fucked up, scarred forever. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit, for real. Like, man, young too. I was like 18, 19 when that shit happened. Like, just flew from my mama nest, and then this shit happened. Like that shit was crazy.
Was that your first time seeing something like that up close and personal?
Up close and personal. I'm talking about right there, right behind me, Call of Duty kill type shit. That shit was crazy. Like, yeah, that was my first time. Like, I done seen a lot of, I done been places motherfuckers got shot and I ran, then I heard like, oh, they died. But like, to actually be there and turn around and see the fucking fire, that was crazy. Like, ain't nothing like that. That was crazy.
So what was your reaction like once you seen that?
I fucking blacked out. I panicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about then or overall?
No, like right there in the moment.
Oh, right there in the moment, man. Like, I lost it. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Then I saw him on the ground. I'm like, get the fuck up. Like, what the fuck? And then I'm looking at it, like, everybody looking at me, and ain't nobody really trying to help. The shit was so full. Like, I knew right then in that moment, like, but see, moments before it happened, my last words to him was, babe, come on, let's go in the house, literally. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I felt like, fuck, I should have just walked off, because if I would have walked off, maybe he would have walked off. You know how a relationship should be like. But I was fucked up in the head. Like, I swear to God, like, I fell to the ground. I was about to faint. Motherfucker called me. Like, it was bad. Seriously, like, that shit fucked me up.
Fast forwarding today, like how would you say that changed you in any way as far as like how you think or move?
I don't fuck with people. I watch my circle. I keep it small. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I'm talking about tiny. My shit smaller than a Cheerio. Literally, like, fuck it, a PlayStation circle is on a controller is that small. Like, seriously, like, I be precautious of how I move. I don't tell everybody how I move. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I get money, I don't be too fluent to posting it. Unless like I'm finna spend it type shit. But like, I just move so much. I don't trust people. Like, I just move so much more wisely than I would back then. Like, I don't know. I be so skeptical of shit. Like, nah, I'm cool. I'll pass. Who gonna be there? You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Type shit like that.
Would you say it affected your dating life as far as like not wanting to probably like date or be scared like the same thing that happened?
You know what's so crazy? I didn't date for probably like 2 or 3 years when that shit happened. And then I got into another relationship for like 3 years. And this nigga turned around and went on the run for murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that fucked me up. Like, that literally fucked me up because I had just left you know what I'm saying? Went through what I went through. Yeah, and then I just let my guards down and then boom. Now we on the run. You know what I'm saying? And like, that shit was crazy. Now I'm just like, overall, now I'm like, I feel like maybe it's just time for me to love myself more. And I'm not saying I never didn't do that, but it's like, nah, it's time to focus on nonchalant. Like, it's time to focus on PB. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like, because that love shit is too much. Like, I don't know. That shit was crazy. Like, for my first love to be murdered, then my second love to turn around and, you know what I'm saying? I can't even say it. Like, but yeah, that shit crazy.
So with your the second situation, like, did he ever get arrested or something like that?
Yeah, he got arrested. Yeah.
So with him being on the run, like, would that technically mean like you Daniels on the run with him?
Yeah, you hear me say we was on the run. I let my guard down, then boom, we on the run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was with him when he got caught. I was so fucking scared for my life, I swear to God, because mind you, I just told these people I don't know him, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I don't know him. You know, but like, yeah, if God is good, like when you genuine and when you really love someone, God protect you. Like, God protected me. I'm not saying he didn't protect him, but that was his own little war or battles he was fighting. So it was like, it worked out in my favor for me though, for real.
How was that situation though? Like, been on the run? Like, did that last long or was it like a quick?
It was
thing?
like a year, almost 2 year run, but I hated it though, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was just hard. That ain't no way to live. Like, literally, like, that shit was food. Not being able to move, and then having a guy who can't really be a guy, you know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't take my garbage out, you feel me? He couldn't take me on dates, but like, he's still making bread, he's still making sure I shop, but it's like, you doing all that, but we can't even go out to the club and show that you did this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I can't, like, it was the time when we had to separate, because it was like, it was getting like, nah, I ain't, fuck that. Like, I ain't trying to be sleeping, just don't get kicked at my life over. You know, like, that shit real. Like, that ain't no life for no woman or no man to live. That shit is epic, for real.
So can you talk about, like, the actual situation when he got caught, like, how he got caught and where y'all was at?
We was in Chicago. We was on 59th and something, and that shit was crazy. Like, I want to say it was the phones, because it was full. Well, we had just went on a high speed. That's the you know what? You want to feel bad. No, real shit though. Like, we had just went on a high speed, so we had to get rid of the vehicle that we was in. And then, like, at that point, it was like, they was like, yeah, this nigga think we some claims. Like, yeah. And like, probably like the next day after the high speed, they caught us. Yeah. Trying to get a fucking piece for the car. Like, this shit is crazy. Trying to get a fucking tail light piece.
Damn.
Yeah,
so how was things after that? Because it's like you basically lost two boyfriends to like not the same situations but similar situations. Because you at the end of the day you lost some type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
shit, I'm still standing behind him. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely, right before this, helped put me in a position to win, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I also feel free too, and then now I got more room to focus on me and my music, you know what I'm saying? And everything that pertains, me and my content, anything that can help me grow.
So if you coming up in such a crazy area and you've been a girl, like, how was that for you? Like, did you end up getting into like a lot of the shit that was going on in the area, or was you able to stay out of the shit?
No, that shit, I feel like that's why I'm the thug I am to this day. Like, I know I'm a woman, I'm a lady all the way, but I'm such a thug at heart. And I feel like Cabrini did that to me. It was the trenches, man. That shit was crazy. Like, because you couldn't be soft. Soft, you get your ass whooped being soft. Being a lame, you get walked on, stepped on, you get played. So it was like, keep up or get left behind. It was one of those type of things. So
what got you into actually doing like the music and shit like that?
I've always been into music since I learned how, like, since I think it's like kindergarten when you learn how to rhyme, like rap, tap, cap, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being a shorty, they like, Piggy, shut up! Because it was up from there. Like, when I learned how to rhyme, I was putting my words together since then, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, 9 or 10, Wayne dropped that, I'm Millie. I was like 9 or 10. Not the year, 9 or 10. I was like 9 or 10 years old. And he dropped that, and I'm like, I made my first song. I'm like, I'm Piggy. Lame as hell, you know what I'm saying? It was like, up from there, I started writing poetry. And then my teachers started putting me into like poetry slams and having shit for that in class. And then I just evolved. Like, I just always loved music, seriously, like, for real. That's been my passion.
Earlier you had basically said like, with you coming up in the area you came up around, you down there kind of was like forced to be with the shit type shit. So like, I had noticed like the last two boyfriends. Like, would you say like you got like a certain type of dude you go for, like as far as like in the streets?
Yeah, I guess I'm a sucker for thugs. I don't know what's wrong with me, like, seriously, because I done met some of the sweet. I feel like it's because, real shit, I feel like it's because, like, I'm already a thug naturally. I feel like that shit was like deeper than, even though I said like, I feel like my environment played a part, which I do, but like, I feel like it was deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was just like soul ties. So it's like, for me to be a woman who is the way I am and who I accept that, I can't have my man being anything less than that, because then it'll seem like I'm the aggressor or something, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that, like, I don't know. But when you a thug and you can tell me to shut the fuck up and mean it and stand on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah.
So how's that been for you? Have you ever tried to like switch it up to see like, man, let me see if this work, and then you was like, oh nah, this ain't for me.
Yeah, I try. I'm like, I've tried. It's been, yeah, that shit ain't for me. That shit.
Yeah, I lose interest so fast.
Yeah, like I'd be like, he cool, but all I can say is he cool. Like, but it's like, nah.
I've been noticing an artist by the name Ice Spice. She been going crazy lately. Like she been getting a lot of recognition. Do you feel like it's more like female rappers starting to get attention and blowing up, or you feel like it's still not enough?
I feel like it's still not enough. Like, that's great for the women who are getting their recognition, but we always need more. It's like, for every one female, it's like, what, 5 niggas out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be more. They can give up. We can do more. We can pop our shit a little more, for sure. Like, it's never, it's never enough, seriously.
What do you think be holding a lot of people back?
Like, consistency, because I feel like that's what's holding me back, and like support maybe, because I feel like that's nothing that's holding me back. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, really just knowing that you could do it, probably, because I feel like those are the things that held me back and hinders me. But that I ain't stopping. I'm gonna keep going. I don't give no fuck about none of that. Seriously.
So who would you say like your top 5 female rappers today?
Top 5.
Yeah.
That's a good one. PB Nonchalant. Gotta throw me
For
up
sure.
there. That's big facts. I fuck with Cardi. I fuck with Big Lotto. She ain't no rapper, but what's her name? Something Long, whatever. Money Long. She made that time. I fuck with her. Hey, what's that? That's 4? Or is that all 5? That's 4? I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna go throw Nicki on that.
You say Nicki?
Yeah, I'm gonna go throw Nicki on that.
For sure. Was there anybody that inspired you on the music side, either male or female?
Lil Wayne. Wayne, for sure. And now, real shit, now, these days, Kevin Gates. I would sleep on him, yeah, seriously, like, I'm a late bloomer on him. And he was talking that shit, so I'm listening to, like, his older music.
What about Gates and Wayne that you know you gravitated towards?
Wayne, I just always liked how he could get on any beat and finesse his flow, you know what I'm saying, make us feel what he talking about. Even though it was a song that we love, like we couldn't get the lyrics out of our head, but then here come Wayne and make us say, fuck all that, let's listen to tune. Like, that just inspired me. I say, nah, I gotta do that, you know? Like, I don't know, that shit's dope. And Kevin, you know, although I've learned from those 2 experiences of losing both of my guys, the way I lost them, I'm still learning, you know, I'm still evolving. So I'm realizing that people ain't really no good for me, you know, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kevin be talking that shit, seriously, like.
So you know you seen you heard about like the P&B Rock situation?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
For sure. You know, with you being an artist and shit like that, how does that make you feel? Like when you think about like traveling and shit like that, knowing that they making y'all targets?
Well, it's like, knowing that is like, that means we gotta, I feel like it's the man. Like, it's an alter ego thing. Still trying to prove a point. Trying to show motherfuckers that I got money, I'm not afraid to still move regular when you should. Because you got a lot to lose and you got motherfuckers depending on you and you came this far, so you can't go back. You know what I'm saying? So why prove to a broke motherfucker that I can walk in somewhere with all my jewelry on and I can do this? You know you can do that. But some things ain't meant to be, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, man, like, I don't know, but that shit crazy. It ain't, you just gotta watch how you move. Like, you gotta get to a point in life where you gotta realize, like, I'm bigger than this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying the people that's not moving like me or can't move like me ain't as good as me, but I'm in a position where I can't move regular. I can't move loose. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, that's how I'm gonna play it at least. Shit.
Have you ever been out of town and got like a weird vibe? Like you feel like somebody might be eyeballing you, like they want to rob you or plot on you, shit like that?
Not rob me, but like people, shit, I get weird vibes in the rack, shit, like. But I just play it safe. I stay out the way, man. Like seriously, I pay attention to my surroundings, keep that shit pushing. But yeah, going places all designer down and pulling out big bankrolls, you definitely gonna draw some attention. There's definitely gonna be some ad lifters and motherfuckers trying to see what's to you.
You know, social media, when that situation happened, a lot of people was blaming the girl basically for dropping location, which I don't, agree with dropping location and things like that. But like, who would you like put the blame on? Would you be like, all right, it's her fault for dropping location, or would you say it's his fault for just like not even?
Let me ask you this, cause ain't you in LA, right? Or don't you be in LA, right?
Yeah.
How many of Waffle Houses or Roscoe is it? Cause from my understanding, her shit didn't say the exact one. Her shit just said she was at one of them. But before I get into that, how many is it out there?
I'm not sure. I've seen a few of them though.
My point exactly. Long as
but
it's
I think
more than one.
I think she actually like tagged like the location though. Like
she
you know how like
I didn't see the location. I just saw it say like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Now that see that fucked up my point. Hey. Yeah, that was a little deep.
I ain't sure, but that's what I seen a screenshot. I ain't never clicking to see myself to see what that lead to, but
right.
From the screenshot,
I just did a little stroll too. But from my understanding, she just said she was at the Waffle House. It's a lot of fucking Waffle Houses. I don't know. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I'm not with my man and we in the hood, Trencher's place, and I'm letting them know until we after. Fuck you talking about, I'm getting my video on. Cause that's what I do now. I take my videos, places, get my little location saved, and then once I get 2, 3, 4, 5 fuck, like I never was there, then I post it. Cause you never know, seriously, like, for real, like, you just can't be too safe. Like, cause scammers, drug dealers, or just hard-working people can't show what they got, cause it'll make the next motherfucker feel like you flaunting and you shitting on them, and that'll give them a reason to take it. Motherfuckers want to take anyway, so if you give them a petty reason, it's like, oh, now I got to go to get down on you. Like, that shit be crazy, but that's how this world is. So, and we all know that. Don't nobody not know this shit. Shit.
Man, I gotta ask you, man, how much you be putting in them what ain't in woods? What's that, like a fronto or
yeah,
something?
They frontos. They varies, but no less than a zip. It's always a zip or more. Sometimes 2.5. Sometimes, like this guy got almost a zip in it. This over a zip type shit. Like I just be curling these bitches. I don't know. Just
So you know,
they fat.
how is that for you though? Like, is that hard for you to roll, or is it easier, or what?
Nah, I be curling these bitches. I done did it too many times now. They done fucked up when they let me do it the first time and it worked out.
I was just gonna ask, like, how it smoke though?
Pearl, these bitches be hitting. Seriously, like, go on my Instagram. I'm going viral for this shit. Like, seriously, like, check out my content. These bitches be pulling. I ain't wasting no weed now. I'm a true smoker, not a food smoker. Shit.
So how long would it take you to smoke that? Like, is that some, one sitting type thing? A few days?
Hell
like, how you?
Hell no. Hell no. This, like, just me, it's like a week. This shit'll last me a week, just me. If it's me and my, like, just me and, like, her, or me and him, like, that's, like, 2-3 days, because we be trying to talk shit to each other and, like, smoke it. That's, like, 3-4 days. And then if it's, like, 3 of us, yeah, it's, like, 3-4 days. But, like, it's, like, a week if it's just me, though, for real. These bitches be lasting. Because sometimes I be hitting them, how I say, I'm like, fuck it, let me roll up a little regular little, fuck that bitch beating me. So, yeah, they be lasting.
Yeah, but that shit been so big, it seemed like the air hole probably big as hell, so, like, do it hit harder?
Man, that shit, you gotta take they bull. Blow it out there, because if you hit it like a G, like a regular wood, you're going to die. Like, you're going to choke. And it's like, I don't be trying to choke too fast. I be wanting to get my hits. And you still end up dying eventually. Yeah.
When you start rolling your shit like that?
When did I start rolling my shit like this?
Yeah.
April this year. Right, I was supposed to do it for my birthday, but I couldn't wait. I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna do it for 420. I was too thirsty, I couldn't wait. And I'm glad I didn't, because this shit been busting ever since.
So if I was to ask you, like, to rate musical ability, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
I say 8.5 because I still got room to grow and develop. I'm still figuring me out and building my foundation, but I'm goated though. I got that shit for sure.
What's up? Is there anything that you specifically notice about yourself that you want to improve?
I mean, it's so much improvement. Like, my biggest improvement is working on my consistency. Like, just constantly putting music out there. Constantly, like, letting motherfuckers know that I'm PB nonchalant. Because I be going to places and I be forgetting, like, I have a whole conversation and forget to say, hey, check out my content or this, that, and the third. Or, you know, I want to improve that. I feel like with my conversation shouldn't start without me saying, hey, if you don't already know, you know what I'm saying, it's PB. You feel me? Like, go check this out. It's on iTunes, Spotify. You know, I feel like I need to get better with branding myself and doing what I got to do to get to where I need to be.
Yeah, I be having that same issue, but I be really going into situations with the mindset like, shit, I just want the work to speak for itself.
Facts.
It's like if you don't know, I'm gonna keep working till you figure it out type shit. Like,
Facts.
versus,
Yeah,
you know who I am? Because I be hating niggas like that. Like, you know who I am, man? Like, nah, I don't.
Right, you know, I just wanna, and that's why I be going into it the way I go into it. But I still gotta, you know, there's nothing wrong with a little promotion either, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm definitely trying to make sure my music speaks for itself, my content speaks for itself. Like, when they hear me, they want more and more and more, and they on my ass like, man, where that shit at?
So is there any artists from the city you want to work with?
Right now, I just want to focus on me. I don't mind though, like if a motherfucker was to hit me up, I wouldn't like say no to the opportunity or let that opportunity present itself. But I told you my main focus is branding nonchalant. Shout out to anybody that's doing their thing and everybody that's doing their thing, but you know, I'm just trying to get groovy.
Okay.
On my timing.
So what you been like, you know, a girl and actually being from a hood, does that you know that BD water shit that's going on, like does that affect you in any way or stop certain opportunities?
Not this far, shit. I pray you don't. Real shit though, like hell no. Motherfuckers know I be on my G shit, and that's just to a certain extent. That's just cause that's how the whites raised me, but.
For sure. I feel like that'd be like a big thing that hold a lot of shit back in the city. Like, it's a lot of people that down there will fuck with each other or want to fuck with each other, but can't just because of certain shit that be going on. Like, I know big rappers that be fans, not fans, but like that fuck with certain rappers, but it be like, oh, I can't fuck with him because they fuck with them and we fuck with them, and it be like just too much going on. But I really hate that for the city because there's so much talent and there's so much
It is, for real.
shit.
We can all come together and take off. Facts.
People can't just. I get it though. Like I ain't expecting nobody to forgive nobody for shit that's been done, but it'd be like a lot of shit you don't gotta put other people in that be getting put in. Like,
facts. I just want to do what I gotta do. Shit. I just want to shoot this video. I just want to make this song. Why I gotta worry about this, that, and third. You know. But I get it though, cause it makes sense though, cause then you don't want motherfuckers to be picking sides, and then when the war hit, I get it, but it just be like, damn, it don't gotta be that complicated and difficult either, though.
Like I get it for sure, cause it's like it's really on some closing that back door shit. Like how you affiliate with them, I ain't even finna risk it. But everybody not like that. You know, some people kind of just read their energy, but then again, you never know.
You never know. Like, you can't trust nobody these days. But yeah, there do be some people that just be on some cordial shit, ain't trying to pick no sides, just trying to shit, do what they do, cool how they cool.
I feel like, you know, like once a motherfucker prove themselves, shit should be a little different. Like, yeah, don't just accept any and everybody. Like, make a motherfucker prove themselves for sure. But some people just got that no op policy was if you affiliated with anything that's op related, not fucking with
that shit with a policy.
Bro. So, you know, how would you handle a situation like that? Say, like, if you was a rapper and you had an influence, and, you know, you got enemies and shit like that, and people work with your enemies, would you blackball them or something?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't no blackball and shit, but keep that fishy shit. I don't know. I kind of feel people that like you never know. Like I ain't got time for nobody to hinder or slander my name or blemish my image. You know what I'm saying? But I just gotta feed off your energy because I'm not gonna come through the door and just assume that. But I ain't trying to be no hoe either and just over friendly and then boom, there go what I at least was trying to expect happening. Shit like that.
Yeah, situations like that, they really be tricky because it's like, I be getting both. Probably I get the people that's on some, why you looking at me like that, I'm just working. But then again, I get the motherfuckers who looking at you like that because it's like, I don't know, this life and death. One mistake, you could die. So it'd be like, sometimes working with a motherfucker don't be worth that. It just be like, you know what? Just stay away.
Facts.
So is there any rappers from y'all way that you seen coming up that you probably looked up to, or any people from your way that's not rappers that influenced you?
My big brother, like family, and my friend Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? Andre, may he rest in peace, my boyfriend who I told you that I witnessed the murder and shit like that. Like, those were the people that inspired me to keep going and shit like that. Like, my real influences was like I told you, Lane and shit like that, people like that.
I know I asked you like your top 5 girl artists in the city. Who would you say your top 5 male artists are?
From the city or just in general?
From the city.
I fuck with Dirk. I fuck with her. Who else coming up from the city? I mean, cause them other guys, they not bad and shit. Like I fuck with them and shit, but like they don't really. I ain't gonna say that, but they everybody shit. If you from my city, I fuck with you shit. Pop your shit.
How you feel about like the Dirk and Youngboy beef? Cause some people,
man, that shit hurted me. That shit was sickening, man. I was so mad. Like, why them two had to get into it? Cause motherfucker fuck with Youngboy music and Dirk goated. And he from my city, so that was like, oh, that was the rock between a hard spot for real. Like seriously, it did. It's like, I'm from my city, you know what I'm saying? Like, you disrespect the people that's from my city, like, damn. But it was like, that ain't got nothing to do with me either. You know, they both got good music. What do I do? Real shit, though. Like, damn. Another Biggie and Pac situation in the game. Like, fuck, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, though.
I think it was probably hard for a lot of people because I ain't gonna lie, like, almost everybody's fucking with Youngboy before that shit. So it's like, when that shit happened, it's like, damn. I fuck with this little nigga. But they tweaking though.
Yeah, like, damn, they tweaking though. Like, they came for the road, motherfucker. It's like, damn, like, such a disappointment. Like, damn, man.
Was you surprised to see like the pull Dirk had as far as the industry? How like mostly everybody picked this side?
Hell no, shit. Hell no, I wasn't surprised. I was happy, shit. Our city, we stepping, shit. And he goes though. He deserved that shit too though. No lie, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Only reason I was kind of surprised with it is because like Youngboy shit major, you know. So it's like I'm thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like a split. Like, half them gonna be with Youngboy, half them gonna be with Dirk.
But you
I
gotta
think Dirk more tied in.
Vaughn was just taking off too though, so it was like it wasn't just Dirk that they was riding behind instead of behind. It was Vaughn too. You know what I'm saying? It was off the strength that like these two of our hottest artists. What the fuck is going on here? You know. And then one been doing this shit since forever to us, and then the other one came out with the cut out of jail going crazy. Like, hold on now, slow down now. I feel like that's what that was. That's why it didn't really surprise me.
So you know what you saying? Like, you like street dudes and shit in the past. Like, will somebody like Vaughn be somebody that you say like was your type?
Yeah, absolutely. She want to say,
you don't even know what to say.
Hell yeah, you hit that shit right on the head.
Oh.
Like, not him, but like, with his type of persona. Like, hell yeah. Something like him, hell yeah.
So, you know, how was it seeing somebody like him? Like, I'm not sure if you knew him or not, but like just seeing somebody like from the trenches having the lifestyle that he had coming up, transitioning to what he transitioned to.
I'm sorry. I was disappointed because it was like, damn, nigga, you was down bad. Like, that was the definition of, like, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga was just in the pen, fucked up. Now, come home. And it also shows about your surroundings, too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people who went in, they instantly put him in a position to take off, and he hit it. He did it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, damn, you was... And I was so proud because he had just stopped releasing, like, the stories type of music. He was releasing, like, him, them fucking bars and shit. So I was like, wow. It just hurt it. It felt like I knew him at that point. Like, damn, man, you hurt me. I expected more from you, man. I had big dreams for you.
For sure. Was there any other artists you felt that way about, like, as far as the city, like, you know, looking at them and you like, damn, yeah, they winning, I'm proud of them, like, you know, high hopes, and then you seen them pass away unexpectedly?
Yep, Young Pappy. That shit hurt.
For sure.
It was like, damn, you know, like, his music was so hard, and then, boom, that shit came out the cut, like, damn, why him?
What you been from the Greens, was that somebody that you ever met or ran into?
I never met him, but shit, it would have been love if it would have happened, though. And he knew a lot of people that I knew personally. Like, this world's so small, but I never met him. I ain't know him. I ain't never had no chance to meet him, no shit like that. Like, I ain't gonna stop, no,
So, could we expect to see you do any music with anybody from your hood? Like I'll say like people like SG Ali or Coomp, shit like that. Well, I don't know if that's considered your hood, but I know it's the Greens.
I went to school with SG. We went to Jenna together and shit like that, but it's possible if she want to work, we could work. I wouldn't say no, but I told you my focus right now is PB nonchalant content. Like, I'm focused on me. You know, if they want to reach out, they got to reach out to me. I ain't doing no reaching. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in a position where they reaching to me, they seeing me, they feeling me. They like, oh yeah, let me get up with her. That type of shit.
So, you know, are you working on anything, like any projects, shit like that?
I just left the studio earlier today. Ooh, excuse me. This shit got me. But I got some. I got an EP coming. I already got one out on iTunes, Spotify, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You can play my shit on Snapchat while you smoking one. You feel me? Hit the book and play my shit on the picture. You know, and I got some new shit that I'm gonna release. I'm just focused. I'm constantly trying to just stay working on my consistency. Like I said, branding my content for real shit. Like, they gonna know PB nonchalant one way or another, and that's just facts.
Speaking of your music, you got anything you can spit for the fans? Let them know how you coming.
Like just acapella or like play something or like what? How you want me to do it?
No, acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What y'all want to hear? What y'all think I should drop?
Man, whatever, come to your man. All
Right.
the
I got so many vibes. Let me see. Like, you got any type of genre you just want to hear me just spit something? It don't matter.
Yes. Shit like anything that you think when people hit us, they gonna be like, oh yeah, she raw as hell. So
I bet. Let me see. I got so much shit. I say. Left the trap just to slide to the stool. Hit the mic and spit crack like it's 87. At the stool, I still trap like I never left. 32, trade fast QP. Had the session, I sold 4 P's. Had that, now I'm back in the kitchen. Wore the whip in my favorite position. I provide for my people who couldn't. I know bitches who got it still wouldn't. I got niggas locked up in divisions. I got niggas that's dead, deceased. Couldn't cry, transform to a beast. Trap buzzing, I can't even pee. Trap buzzing, I can't take a seat. Play pussy and Bino won't ski. Think I'm lacking, come pull up and see. Think I'm capping, just going next Tracy. I get money every day out the week. Yeah, they mad I'm who they wanna be. Can't stand me with a bitch, have a seat. Underground, yeah, remain undefeated. Therapeutic whenever he eat it. Fell in love with the way that he beat it. Yeah, I take his little money, I don't need it. Bitch, I'm hot like the sun, I ain't talking about Phoenix. West shit one time, fuck a washer and cleaners. No, not flashy at all, spending money's convenient. Hey, I put on Dose to go buy some Gucci. We not the same at all. Make 1,000 every other play, but I don't play around.
Yeah. That's something that's out?
Yeah, that's something that's out.
What's the name of that shit?
That shit called Never Left. PB Nonchalant, Never Left.
So that shit was just hard.
But I got one more thing I want to spit. I say, let me see that shit. Hold on, I say. Not just a queen, but a god. You think I cut a script the way he playing his part. Shots fired at Cupid, ain't no love in these parks. And fuck no, I ain't gay. I'm just a gangster at heart with thug tendencies. Who wants a woman who saw? Type of chick to hold you down if you ever take loss. Type of chick to take out lessons, flip that shit like it's nothing. If Bob Marley was a lady, that shit probably be me. I smoked doobies, couldn't believe what they saw. Wiped their eyes and double look before they gave him my props. But never seek for validation, learn that shit from my moms. I never seek for validation, learn that shit real young. I smoke none but the best of the best. Speaking of how the fuck they wanna smoke Zal but trying to pay less. Don't talk about the clucks, cause really you the hype. More habits that they can't afford with even less goals. Ain't talking about the soccer, but my goalie's on goal. Bitches screaming this and that, the bitches see me fold. It's funny how the fire from the gun make them cold. Come around me playing pussy, get exposed. Hey, real shit. Stop sleeping on the kid.
So, you know, before we close out, is there anything else you want to get off your chest? Any messages you want to put out there? Anything? Shout out.
Shout out to my boy Billy. Shout out to you, 16. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Baby
Love,
for always telling me to put in a motherfucking song. Shout out to Mama for raising me from the dawn. You know, this shit keep going. You done got me started with the flow now. But nah, real shit though. Like, just check out my content and, you know, give your girl a chance and you'll never regret it. You feel me? Just listen to my flow and you're gonna love it. That's just facts.
For sure. Let everybody know how to get with you on all your social media.
PB Nonchalant. PBNON$S, you know, HALANT. That's Facebook, that's TikTok, and it's a regular S on Instagram, PB Nonchalant on IG. Yeah, get up with me. I'm out here. I'm on TikTok, PB Nonchalant. Check me out, like for real. You want to see more how I roll these and how I'm coming? Check me out. You want to hear more of my music? Check me out. You feel me? IG, TikTok, all that shit. For real.
For sure. Keep going crazy. Let everybody know who got with you for the interview.
Man, shout out to my boy 16 Shot him. Y'all know who did this shit.